Hey, so it's the Frugal Travelista here. I'm in Pretoria, and I'm at a train station. Actually, I'm at the Pretoria train station. I'm here with my colleague. We're just popping by to pick up something, but along the way, of course, there's been lots of street food, and so I picked up something pretty unusual here, and it's called the Mopani worm. So I'm going to show you what the Mopani worm looks like in just 1 second. Hold on. So these are Mopani worms. They're worms from the Mopani tree. And actually the first time I ever came to South Africa, I actually enjoyed them, and I'm going to enjoy them again, but I want to show you what they look like. It's a little dehydrated worm. It's not little. As you can see, it's actually quite large. And they come from the Limpopo region, and they're full of protein. If you followed my other blogs, you know that in Mexico, I've eaten crickets, I've eaten snake, alligator, all kinds of stuff, everything. So I'm gonna eat this Mopani worm and I'll let you know how it goes. Hold on. Gotta take a deep breath because I'm not accustomed to eating worms. Ready? 1, 2. Uh-huh. The Mopani worms. You want one? You can have it. Huh? You cannot. So someone just came up to me and said, first time, they're not crunchy. They're not crunchy. They're soft.
It depends. They don't necessarily need. They don't necessarily need.
I thought they were going to be crunchy. Ready? These are not good. They're not good at all. I thought they were going to be crunchy.
You know you cook them.
Oh, they're raw? These are raw?
I said you know you can cook them too, right? They are dried. They are dried. It's not like they are. So there's no hard and fast rule.
Okay.
Like it's like you've seen those little fish like called capanta. You can either eat them dry or you can still cook them.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't want to try.
So I'm gonna just swallow. Okay, so I just finished my Mopani worm, and honestly, it was not what I expected. I'm gonna get a little more information and I'll get back to you. All right, so I just got some information from a colleague around how these Mopani worms are prepared. So they can be prepared in 2 ways. One is that they can just be taken from the Mopani tree and dried, or they can be taken, dried, and cooked. And I suspect that these were just taken and dried, that they were just taken literally off of a tree and then dried. And it tasted like that. To be honest, it was not a pleasant experience. And the reason it wasn't pleasant is just because the body of the worm was not crunchy. So when I bit into it, it was soft. You could actually taste and feel the squish of the worm. I wasn't accustomed to that. I wasn't expecting that. The flavor itself is actually not bad. The seasoning that is on here is really yummy. So the seasoning helps, but the texture, and then of course knowing that it was the texture of a worm body, just didn't help. So what I do recommend is that you come and you try them because they're part of the cuisine, and everyone should try the cuisine. Just be ready if these are not cooked, after they've been dried for a slightly different texture. Hey, so it's the Frugal Travelista here. I'm back with my Mopani worm that I'm actually going to cook because, as you know, earlier today I tried it just dried, and now I'm going to try the cooked version, which has been the recommendation of my colleague who said that the texture might be a bit better if I cook it, because right now it's just dried. So literally show you what I'm working with here. So I have a pan and I'm going to put a few of these Mopani worms on a plate. I'm not going to eat all that. I'm just going to, I'm not even going to cook all of those. But I am going to put a little bit of oil in this pan, and then I'm going to saute them and see what the taste difference and texture difference is. All right, so I've added a little olive oil to the bottom of my pan. Olive oil's nice and warm. I'm gonna just toss in a few of these. Oh, yeah. I think that's about all I'm gonna cook. And I'll just saute these guys. Smell like popcorn. They went from that. I accidentally spilled some on the counter. To that. I think I'll just keep sauteing these for about 2 minutes and then I'll eat them. Or try them. Try eating them. Okay. So this is what my cooked Mopani worms look like. I think I actually burnt them. I probably shouldn't have cooked them as long, but I'm going to try them anyway since I went ahead and cooked them. So let's see how they taste. So given that I had such a questionable experience the first time, I think I'm just going to try a half. It's not even a half. This is like a third of one. I'm going to try this third of one so that I get a scent. This looks like it might be the head. Maybe I'll try the tail instead. Yeah, I actually can't even tell a difference. This might be a head too. I'll try this part because that looks like a tail. All right, here we go. Better, so much better. First of all, it's crunchy. That thing that I bit into before, that was not good. It was like, I knew I was biting into a dead worm. This tastes like the seasoning is actually quite helpful and good. And I like burnt stuff. It tastes like burnt seasoning. So if you didn't know it was a worm, you would think you're just eating like a crunchy piece of seasoning. Can't taste anything except for seasoning and crunch. That's the way to do it. I don't recommend eating this. That's the whole worm just dried out. I do, on the other hand, recommend eating this. Pieces of a fried worm. Once you eat it, it doesn't taste like anything. But I'm not gonna eat the rest of these. Nope, it's too many. And actually, I got more. I paid 10 rands for these. That's like less than $1. It's a lot of worms for less than $1. If you like these, this is a good frugal snack. High in protein, cheap, buy it on the street, eat it as is, go home and cook it. Like, I could totally understand why people get down on this. I won't be getting down on it anymore, but I can, if I ever got stuck in a pinch, like I was out in a situation where I had to survive, I now know I could happily eat Mopani worms as long as I cook them in advance. So that's it for this video. Frugal Travelista here. I hope you found it helpful, insightful, interesting. Next time you come to South Africa, enjoy. Try them. If you don't like them the first time, go home and cook them. You might like them the second time. All right, over and out. Actually, when I was little, I went to a school where we read the book How to Eat Fried Worms. You remember that it's a kid's classic book, like most elementary school kids read it. We were living in New Mexico or Arizona, I can't remember. But the teacher asked the class after we read the book if we wanted to try eating fried worms. And of course, we were all like 8. So we were like, yeah! And so we got some fried worms. The teacher went and bought some earthworms. And we fried them in the class and we ate them. And they were disgusting. They were mushy. And the guts, it was not good. That was not the same experience as eating this, because at least this was dried out. The fried worm situation, that wasn't dried and it wasn't cooked hard enough to be crispy. So you could tell you were eating guts. This, you're eating like skin, dehydrated worm skin and head and legs. This burnt thing, you're eating burnt crisp. It just happens to be a worm crisp. A burnt worm crisp that I fried up myself in a frying pan. I'm actually gonna eat another piece.